श्रीलंका में बहरान के दरमियान सियासी खलासा है। मफरूर सदर गोटाबाया का इस्तीफानामा अभी आम नहीं हुआ है, जो इस्तिराबी का सबब है। एहतजाजी सरकारी तनसीबात पर जमे हैं, गोटाबाया के इस्तीफे के मुंतजिर हैं। एहतजाजी कल की तरह बरहमी का इजहार कर रहे हैं। मुहासरा तो नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन सूरत हाल सीमा भी जरूर है। इसीलिए श्रीलंका में दोपहर 12 बजे से कर्फ्यू का निफाज है, ताकि कोई नाखुशगवार वाकया न पेश आए। श्रीलंका से फरार होने वाले सदर गोटाबाया मालदीव से रवाना हो गए हैं। सऊदी अरब होगा अगला ठिकाना।
Gotabaya Rajapaksa has been trying different options to in fact leave Maldives and go to other destinations. Some of the options were Singapore and Dubai, but Dubai did not work. Even Singapore, he was all set to go along with his wife late last night at around 11:55 p.m. But that didn't take off because there were a lot of protests that were and protesters also gathered outside the airport, and he did not want to take the risk because of the ire of the people. He decided not to take that commercial flight. Therefore, late last night he was not able to go. And even today there were different options that were doing the rounds by the local media. One, of course, was the fact that there's a private jet that has been arranged for President to leave Maldives. What we are given to understand is that finally Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his wife, along with 2 security personnel, have boarded the Saudi airlines and are on the way to Singapore. So in the next 5.5-6 hours they will be reaching Singapore. But the question remains if he will submit his resignation once he lands in Singapore, because he wants to ensure that he is still very much in power till he reaches a safe destination. So all eyes on whether after landing and whether the speaker will formally announce that Gotabaya has resigned. That remains to be seen, because protesters have been waiting patiently since yesterday for that formal announcement. And here, if I can show you, this is the way that leads to the parliament. Late last night, dramatic scenes unfolded here, and protesters tried to storm the parliament, but you can see barricades here in place. What we are given to understand is that because of the volatile situation, a lot of army personnel have been deployed here. If you can see, there are at least 200 to 300 personnel deployed. Apart from this, there are also police officers who've been deployed. Late last night, what happened here was when protesters, at least 500 to 700 protesters, tried to cross. They pushed these barricades and they tried to go further down, but they were stopped. There were multiple rounds of tear gas and water cannons used to disperse the crowd. So once again, late last night, dramatic scenes here en route to the parliament. But right now, heavy security presence, both army officers as well as police officers have been deployed. Protesters, however, have maintained that they are going to vacate all the government places that they have occupied, and that they will ensure that they will listen to what the speaker had suggested and will vacate all the government premises and continue to protest peacefully at the Golf Face, where they've been protesting for the last 97 days.